Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Rapid Subconscious Reprogramming Community. Remember, we're doing this to share knowledge, insight, tools to people around the world to be able to help them not struggle as I did for so long. As I mentioned many times, I struggled for most of my life, and I want to be able to help people stop the struggle, reduce the struggle, learn from the challenges they're going through, and that's why I'm doing this. So if you're watching this, if you're liking this, just hashtag live there, guys. If you're watching replay, hashtag replay, share with other people, invite people to this community. Remember, it's free. I'm doing these bi-weekly calls, and the idea is to share as much as I can to help you guys. I know there's a lot of people out there that need help, a lot of people there that cannot maybe afford for help. So that's why we're doing this, to be able to help as many people as we can, just for free. No catch, nothing, just helping, giving value for free. So today I want to talk about exploring the negative or limiting beliefs in the subconscious mind. I know I have spoke about this a lot, but today we're going to go do a specific exercise to start helping you guys be able to explore more of the mind and be able to understand what's going on inside of it. So I would like you to grab a pen and a paper, or maybe the phone, the computer, wherever you're at. If you're driving, don't text and drive. Let's stay safe. So you can do this exercise later. But what I want you to do, guys, is grab a pen and a paper, or the phone or a computer, where you're going to write down this exercise I'm going to ask you guys to do. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to write down different, things that have happened with people lately, this week, last month. It doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be exactly, a couple of days ago. It could be further back. But I want you to write down there, this person could be my dad, and this, I don't know, I had a fight with my father. So I'm going to write down, my father made me feel, and I'm going to write there how this situation made me feel. So imagine again, I had a problem with my partner. I had a problem with my kids. I had a problem with my boss at work. I want you to write down, if you can, at least maybe 10 situations with different people, yes, where you felt bad about them. And you're going to write down, again, my partner made me feel, and you're going to write down, boom, 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 boom. He made me feel, she made me feel angry, sad, shame, regret, whatever. Write it down, guys. Write as much as you can. If you can write 5 or 10 situations and different people that made you feel something, I want you guys to write it down. So I'm going to give you here just a couple of minutes. I'm going to stay here in silent, guys, as you do this. Please take the time to do this. It's going to be very powerful for you guys. So write down different circumstances that happen with different people. Yes, I have an argument with my kids. There you go. Write it down. She said, I'm stupid. I feel very disrespected. Okay, I want you to explore on that a little bit more. There's a person here on Zoom sharing this, that they had an argument with their kid, and the kid said, Mom, you're stupid. And this mom is saying, right, I feel disrespected. Okay, I want you to expand that a bit more on a piece of paper or somewhere for you. All right, so that you can go deeper with this by yourself. I'm going to help you, of course, don't worry. But the idea here in general for the people in the community, just I want you to write down, how did it make me feel? This person said disrespected. It made me feel anger. It made me feel sad. Try to expand that a little bit more and write a bit more emotions for that specific event. And I want you to write other events. So my daughter made me feel disrespected, made me feel angry, made me feel sad, made me feel disappointed, whatever. Write it down, guys, as much as you can. It's very important, but it's going to be more powerful, the exercise for you guys, okay? So write down what other people have made you feel. Maybe it was a coworker, maybe it was a neighbor, maybe it was a friend. It doesn't matter. Something that happened with somebody that made you feel negative. Start writing those things down. And it made me feel disrespected. Right? It made me feel sad. It made me feel anger. It made me feel shame. It made me feel whatever, guys. Write it down. Take your time. It's important that whenever you're facing a challenging situation, like Mary was just sharing with her daughter, right, that we can understand what is going on. Okay, so we start with this. Exactly. I felt, write it down. Okay. So you're going to take this exercise with you guys, okay? Because now we're going to continue, right, to expand it even further. So whatever happened lately, a month ago, even a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, maybe a specific situation that you're having trouble overcome, you're going to do this work again, okay? So you can go back to the recording and do it again with any other situation. So in the sake of learning, I'm going to give you an example. Let's use Mary's here. Imagine that it happened to me. So my kid told me, yeah, it didn't happen yet, thank God, but they're not in the teenage years yet, my kids. So it might happen in the future. But imagine that my kid comes over and says, you know, I feel you're stupid. You know, I said something, we get into an argument with my kid, and my kid comes in and says, you know, Dad, you're stupid. Right? So maybe I could have felt disrespected. Maybe I could have felt anger. Maybe I could have felt, you know, fear also. Let's play a little bit around fear. Okay, so the first question is, how did this situation make me feel? And I need to, if I can, write it down, guys. Try to explore in this, right? So again, I said, right, I'm going to write it over here. For the sake of this example, right, I'm going to write this. Disrespected, yes, anger, sadness, fear, right? Just to write down some. So I'm come, oops. Sorry guys, I don't know, my computer is going a little bit bizarre. Example, my kid said I am stupid. I'll write it down here on social media, guys. So I'm going to share this in a second, guys. Just bear with me. I don't know what's going on with my computer. So how did I feel about this? So for the example, disrespected, anger, fear, sadness, right? So first question, how did I feel around this? And I start writing down, how did I feel around this situation? And for the sake of the example, I wrote it, disrespected, anger, sadness, and fear. So now I'm going to explore each one of these. And the next question is, why did I feel these things? I'm going to try to go one by one. So disrespected, right? Why disrespected? Disrespected, I could say as an example again, guys, I felt disrespected. How is my child treating me like this? Like, you know, how am I allowing this to happen? How is my child treating me like this? How am I allowing this to happen? Right? That could be exploring that. Okay, I'm going to go to the next one. Anger. Why anger? Because he's not supposed, hey, Grove, how are you? Thank you for stopping by. We got Suzanne, we got Mary, and we got JP on Zoom too, so thank you guys. So anger, for the sake of the example, I felt anger. Why could I have felt anger? Let's pretend again, guys, I'm just playing with this exercise. Anger, how, if this would have really happened, right? My kid said, you're stupid. Anger towards him. Who does he think he is, right? That could be a question that could, you know, why do I feel like I'm questioning, like, who do you think he is? You know, how can he talk to me like that? I'm his dad. I am his dad. He shouldn't treat me like this, right? Sadness. What did I do wrong as a parent? There you go. Look, sadness. What did I do wrong as a parent? You know, why am I feeling sadness? Because I'm asking myself, what did I do wrong as a parent? Why am I feeling anger? Because, you know, I feel that my kid shouldn't be treating me like this. And fear that he could be disrespectful to others too, right? So I just wrote this, and we're going to go deeper a little bit more, guys, okay? So why am I feeling this disrespected, right? Because my child is treating me in a way that I don't like, yes? How am I allowing this to happen? Anger, who does he think he is? You know, I'm his dad, he shouldn't be treating me like this. Sadness, right? what did I do wrong as a parent, and fear that he could be disrespecting other people. So from here, right, I can even go a little bit deeper with this, yeah, that he could disrespect other people. So how would it make me feel if it disrespects other people? It's going to make me feel that I'm a bad dad, right? So look at this. I could be a bad dad because of how my kid is behaving. So look at this, guys. If we look at this answer that I just gave, it is connected with the anger, right? No, sorry, with the sadness. Sorry, the sadness. What did I do wrong as a parent? So in a way, I'm questioning myself as a parent that now my kid is, quote unquote, disrespecting me. You see how we start connecting here a little bit the dots, right, guys? Type 1 in the chat if this small exercise is making a little bit of sense, guys, of how I'm going deeper with this exercise to identify what is really going on, guys. That is the idea. Yes. So Mary, that you were bringing this example, I would also use this for yourself, right? So I could be a bad dad because of how my kid is behaving. So next question, the third one, guys, remember, how does this make me feel about myself? Look at that, guys. So how do I feel? Why do I feel this? And how does this make me feel about myself, right? So JP, sorry, no, I'm putting this, let me, no, not on the whiteboard. Yeah, you're right. I was putting it in social media, so don't worry, I'm copying it back here also. No worries, I was putting on social media, but I'm gonna put it also on Zoom so you can have it. Okay, good that you asked that, JP, sorry. I didn't realize about that. See, it could be, I'm finishing here. I could be a bad dad. So the third question that I was talking about, yes, how does this make me feel about myself? So I could write down maybe coming up as a failure, let's put a failure as a dad. Boom. There you go, guys. This is a short exercise that you can start doing to explore the negative limiting beliefs in the subconscious mind. As I always mention, we got to go in with an open mind and an open heart. If I'm, getting very angry at my kid and then I feel bad because I'm getting angry, unfortunately, it's going to be very difficult to do this exercise because I'm repressing how I'm feeling. So it is not to repress, it's to be able to really explore what's going on. So again, for the sake of the example, we were saying that imagine my kid said that I'm stupid, right? How does it make me feel? Disrespected, anger, sadness, fear. Yeah. Why did it make me feel like this? Disrespected, how is my child, how is my child treating me like this? How am I allowing this to happen, right? He shouldn't be treating me like this. These could be things that are happening in my mind. I'm going to go a little bit deeper with that. Anger, who does he think he is? I'm his dad. He should be treating me like this. Sadness, what did I do wrong as a parent? And fear, is he disrespecting other people too, right? Maybe as you go to the teacher at school, maybe at other friend's house, right? So it starts doubting. I start doubting myself as a parent. I could be a bad dad because I'm not teaching my kid the right way. So in a way, guys, if I start telling myself that I'm a failure as a dad, that I'm doing something wrong, I'm disrespecting myself, guys. Listen to that again, guys. I am disrespecting myself. My kid could have felt frustrated, could have felt bad, and the only way he found was maybe even, and I don't do this, guys, but there are parents that they do swear at their kids, and then they expect their kids not to swear back at them. So it's kind of crazy. You should treat your kids how you want your kids to treat you. If you expect your kids not to swear at you, then don't swear at them. And if you did, you got to say you're sorry. You're going to stop doing it, guys. But again, a lot of parents expect their kids not to swear at others or situations or at them when they are doing that at their kids, or they're doing that on the outside. Like maybe if somebody, throws their car on top of, they cut me in with their car, I go like, hey, asshole, and I start screaming at the other person, and then I'm expecting my kids not to swear. That's BS, guys. Our kids are going to repeat what we do. So since my kids were born, and I used to swear a lot, guys, since my kids were born, I stopped swearing. They never, after, look, guys, my eldest has 11 years old, and he has never heard me swear. Seriously, in 11 years, my oldest kid has never heard me swear, and the youngest either, don't get me wrong, right? So it's important to understand that. So if they're telling me that I'm stupid, they got it somewhere, or from school, other kids reading them. Maybe I, in the past, have told them, called them names, right? But they don't realize what they're doing. So instead of getting angry and now hitting them, making them eat soap or whatever, is understanding why they're saying that you're stupid, helping them understand that that is not the correct way to treat somebody else, not an adult. Forget about an adult. Not even a kid should treat another kid and tell that they're stupid. I don't allow my kids to call themselves names like that. And they do. Yesterday, my kid, my youngest, was calling my oldest stupid. And I dealt with that by telling him, hey, we don't treat each other like that. Do I treat you like this? No. So then don't treat each other like that. If you keep doing that, you're going to lose your privilege to watch TV tonight. So there's going to be consequences of their actions, guys. But again, going back to the exercise, okay? I could be a bad dad because of how my kid is behaving. I feel like a failure. So I need to start addressing that. Am I really a failure? Okay, maybe I just heard Tommy saying that I shouldn't swear at my kids and I've done it. Okay, don't beat yourself up. Understand that you didn't know another way maybe before. And maybe your parents swore at you. So you're doing that to your kid because that was done to you. So now you're learning another way. Is that making sense, guys? Type a 2 in the chat. Type a 2 in the chat if that makes sense. If I want my kids to learn how to treat others, I need to treat them also with kindness, love, acceptance, even though when they are not acting like that. Hey, Dilo, how are you? Seeing you there. Remember that you can jump on Zoom whenever you want, Dilo. You're part of the paid community. So if you want to jump on Zoom, you can jump there, okay? So the idea is to explore the negative or limiting beliefs in the subconscious mind to understand why am I getting triggered? Because again, my son calls me stupid. I would say, hey, wait. Would you like me to call you stupid? No. Okay, I understand you might feel frustrated. Why are you feeling so frustrated? Call names at me. What is it that you're not being able to handle? And I wouldn't say like that, guys. I'm just showing him. I would try to understand what is it that he's not being able to handle that he starts calling names. He might not feel listened. He might not feel understood. So the idea is to be able to help them feel understood, feel loved, accepted. So we need to go down that road of asking questions. Why do you say, why did you call me stupid? I would maybe start with that. You can also go down the road like, hey, I haven't called you names, so please don't call me names. Tell me what's going on, what's bothering you, so we can talk about it. You see, guys, do you think that if I address it like that, it's going to make my kid feel more frustrated or less frustrated? Write it down in the chat, guys. If I handle the situation like this, do you think my kid is going to feel more frustrated or less frustrated? So the answer, guys, is that he's going to feel less frustrated if he feels listened, if he feels understood. If I don't start screaming at him or judging him or criticizing him because of what he said or she said, right? My kid is going to feel less frustration. If he feels less frustration, he's going to open up to tell me what is really going on that he's calling me names. And that's the idea with this, guys. By really exploring our negative, limiting, and false beliefs in the back of our head, understanding that, oh, I feel like a failure when my son says that. Am I really a failure? No, I'm doing the best I can. So I understand that I felt like a failure. Because this is, again, the typical response from somebody that is calling us names. You know, this is a typical response we're going to have if somebody's calling us names. So how can we deal with this in a better way? Understand what is really going on. So again, is my kid really disrespecting me? No, he's not disrespecting. He's just saying some words, and it's me, how I attach meaning to them, how I start judging myself, and how I start reacting to them, guys. So I am disrespecting myself. Nobody else can disrespect me except myself, guys. The other day, I had a neighbor that was very angry at me and sent me an aggressive audio. saying that she wanted an explanation from me right now because I was doing something that she didn't like. And what I was doing, guys, I was putting cameras up in my house. I was putting cameras up in my house and a neighbor got angry, right? So instead of reacting in a negative way, first of all, yes, I got angry. Don't get me wrong, guys. At the beginning, I got angry. I felt in a way disrespected. Who does she think she is that she's going to talk to me like this and tell me that I have to do something that she wants right now? But she was very, you need to give me an explanation why you're putting cameras up right now. It's like, what? I need to explain to you, my neighbor, why I'm putting security cameras in my house? It's like, sounds crazy, guys. But yeah, she wanted an explanation right now, right? And at the beginning, I got angry. So again, how did I feel? Anger. How did I feel? Disrespected, right? So I started going deeper. And what I found was a part of me, a small part of me that was doubting the decision. I was doubting the decision. So when she came to me like that, it brought that doubt to the surface. Was I aware? No, I was not aware of it. I realized as I started doing this inner work, guys, and I ended up understanding that I was, in a way, pissed at me for a little bit because I started doubting myself if I had done the right decision to put these cameras up. What is the doubt decision you have? So Mary, okay, you're asking me, I'll tell you, I don't mind, guys. So for a little bit, when she spoke to me like that, I started feeling that I was doing something wrong, putting up the cameras. And the first thing that came to my mind was, what if I'm putting the cameras and now I'm going to get more thieves attracted to this house because now it seems more like a quote unquote fortress, more cameras, alarm and everything. People are going to say, what is this guy hiding in this house? So the first thing that came to my mind, Mary, was, what if I get robbed more because I have cameras? So I started doubting the decision. Did that make sense? Type a yes, I see. There you go. Thank you, Mary. So it made sense. So I started doubting myself. I started disrespecting myself because I was doubting me, not because she was doubting me. I was doubting me. I could have gone down the road of telling this woman, you know what, screw you. I don't want to talk to you. I'm going to do whatever I want in this house. I don't care what you got to say. I don't need to explain to you anything. But next, she sent me an audio explaining why she felt that way. What had happened is she had some psychopaths started bothering her, and she called the police, several times, and she was scared that I was a psychopath pointing some cameras to her house to try to spy on her. See, she had made that up in her mind because of her past experiences, guys. So before I understood this, don't get me wrong, when she sent me the first audio, as I went through this exercise, I was able to tell myself, hey, why don't we ask her why she's getting so upset with me putting some cameras up, security cameras? And I was going to reach out to her to ask her why she was getting upset about that. But before I did that, she reached out again and explained to me why she was feeling upset. And I was able to answer in a very loving way, saying, hey, I understand that you went through a very difficult situation with these men. I understand that you might be scared because I'm doing this. I want to explain to you why. I was robbed many times in different places. My truck was robbed several times. There's more robberies in this area. I want to protect my family. I want to protect myself. I want to protect my belongings. So I'm going to put some cameras up. And if you come around the house and you check the house out, you're going to see that I'm pointing cameras in every direction. I'm putting them in strategic points so they can get the best view of the garden or different parts of the house, so that if somebody jumps into my house, I can see them through the cameras, and the cameras can let me know through artificial intelligence that there's a person in my driveway or in my house or in the park in the backyard, right? And then she thanked me and said, Tommy, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I understand why you're doing it now. Thank you for that answer. And that was it, guys. So I was able to diffuse a conflict that could have been, it could have escalated to something really bad because, maybe in another situation many years ago, I would have gone over there and tell her, you know what, I'm going to do in my house whatever the I want. I don't need to explain to you what I'm doing in my house. And that wouldn't have served her, and it wouldn't have served me. You see, it would have created a bigger gap between me and that person. And this person is a neighbor. And we don't need to create a gap between neighbors, or between people. And it would have been so silly. And I understood her position. She understood mine. No more problems. But again, for a little while, I felt disrespected. I felt anger. That was the human side of me reacting to the situation. As I dealt with it, as I faced it, I understood what was going on. I went through this exercise. How do I feel? Why do I feel this? How does this make me feel about myself? As I went through that exercise, I felt much better. I was able to put myself in a position of, hey, I'm going to ask this woman why she's saying this. What does she really mean or need from this situation? And as I did that, guys, she was able to react I reacted in a loving way. She reacted in a loving way, and everything was fine with my neighbor. Imagine if I would have sent her to hell and tell her I was going to do whatever I wanted in my house. It would have not been a good idea, right? Because the idea is to get along with your neighbors, not to be in a war because of something stupid. And many times we fall into this with our family, with our loved ones, with our kids, right? It's a battle of power. Who has more power? And it's not a battle of power. I can give her my reason why I'm putting the cameras up. Then I'm going to do whatever I want. I have the power to decide what I'm going to do in this house. But that doesn't mean that I can go over there and explain to her why I'm doing what I'm doing so that she can feel, a little bit less observed, less, stalked maybe, right? And everything's going to be okay. You see, guys, how I was able to diffuse a situation. The same thing that I was telling you guys when I went to Orlando. I was at the hotel and a guy stole my towel, and then he dried himself. When I approached him to ask him, where did he get the towel? I told him that towel is mine and everything. He shoved it into my face. And I didn't go into a fist fight with him, although a part of me wanted to, because I was listening. I was acknowledging how I was feeling. And I was sending a healthy boundary with this guy, telling him that what he did was wrong, without calling him names, without being rude to him, because that would have incited to, it would have taken us to another level and get into a fist fight. That I was going to be in my vacations, right? And it was going to be ruined by a fist fight. I could have ended maybe in the hospital. I don't know. Maybe I beat him up and I go to jail. So either way, it's a loss for both of us. If I beat him up, maybe he doesn't get to the hospital, but he's going to be aching and I'm going to go to jail. If he beats me up, he's going to go to jail. I'm going to maybe end up in the hospital. A lose for everyone, guys. So when we're able to explore the mind, understand what's going on, access the subconscious mind, understand why am I getting triggered, and understand that it is my own trigger, guys. I'm going to say it again. I have said it over and over again. And people get really triggered by this. And guys, it's not the idea to trigger you, it's the idea to tell you the truth and for you to own this. It took me some while to be able to own this, guys. But nobody can make you feel anything, guys. I'm going to say it in the most loving way again. Nobody can make you feel anything, guys. You make yourself feel this way or that way. Anger, yours. Disrespected, yours. Sad, yours. Shame, yours. But we tend to blame other people. You made me feel. No, you have the power, guys. Nobody else. You can come to me and say, as this guy threw the towel in my face that he had rubbed in all his body and then threw it in my face. And I was able to keep it together and not react to that because he didn't disrespect me. Why? Because I didn't allow it to become a disrespect. Yeah, he threw a towel. Then how I interpret that, how I react to that, it's me, nobody else. He could have called me names. Tell me stupid, tell me that I'm a douchebag, tell me that I'm worthless. It's up to me what I do next, guys. That's what I have the power over. And I know a lot of people, I've been posting this in different groups, and a lot of people start attacking me because they don't want to become responsible of their own stuff, guys. I'm not saying it's easy. Please, I'm saying this in the most loving ways, guys. I'm not trying to, get you triggered in a negative way. I'm trying to help you see the truth, guys. Nobody can make you feel anything. You got to regain your power. Yes, JP, you want to blame somebody else because how you feel, because you don't want to deal with it. If you can say that somebody else made you feel, you want to cut that person out of your life so you don't feel bad again. Right? Or if you got to fight with your wife, you want to shut down, not talk to her anymore so you don't feel the pain again, thinking that she made you feel. No, you make yourself feel the way you do, guys. We have the power. Is it easy? No, I'm not saying it is easy. That's why it's very important. I even heard a guy that I love following, and he has very nice information, everything, the things he teaches. He's a psychologist, a doctor, but now he went into psychology too. So he shares amazing things. But he said in one of his posts that people can make you feel this or that. It's not true, guys. It's the story you have in your mind that interprets what other person are telling you that creates the emotions, but it's still you, guys. Suzanne, go your way, no worries. Thank you very much. I hope you can get the replay too. So nobody can make you feel anything, guys. It's you. Your beliefs are making you feel something. So true. We sometimes fear knowing who we are and that we hurt ourselves. Exactly, JP. Thank you, JP. That's the idea. We got to own that we are hurting ourselves. That's what people don't want to accept, guys. That's, JP, what people get angry at me. And seriously, guys, we can do the test. I can go into Tony Robbins' group, or I can go to another group, to another one with Dr. Gabo's group, where I have put this out. Own it, guys. Become, you're the only one hurting yourself. Nobody can do it. Regain your power. And people tell me, this is a loving and compassionate group. Why do you put this out? Seriously, look what they're saying. This is a loving and compassionate group. Why are you putting this post here? This post is disrespectful. This post is negative. And, a lot of people attacking me. Seriously, guys, because people cannot handle that truth. Even people that are healing in the healing journey, they don't want to listen to this. It is the truth, guys. I hurt myself. When this person threw the towel into my face, it was an action. The guy threw a towel, as if saying the guy walked away. The guy ate a piece of banana. If I get triggered by a guy eating a piece of banana, there's a story I'm telling myself. Oh, I wanted to eat a banana. He took my banana, whatever, right? It's the story I'm telling myself that is triggering the negative emotions that then trigger the behaviors. But then if we think that others have power over us, we're saying, guys, look at this, that we have no power over our behaviors, guys. Listen to that again. We're convincing ourselves that we have no power over our behaviors, guys. Is it true we have no power over our behaviors? Yes or no? I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's easy, guys, but do we have power over our behaviors? We do have power over our behaviors. Thank you. Yes, we have power. Thank you. If we have power over behaviors, it means that we have power over our emotions. We have power over our emotions. Am I saying it's easy? No, guys, I'm not saying it's easy. But we have power over our behaviors, over our emotions. Let me go back to the camera. Here we go. We have power over our behaviors, over our emotions, and our emotions are created from our beliefs. We have power over our beliefs. If we change our beliefs, we change our emotions, guys. If we change our beliefs, we change our emotions. Write it down. Change your beliefs, change your emotions. Write it down, guys. Change your beliefs, change your emotions, change your behaviors. Change your beliefs, change your emotions, change your behaviors. Type 3 in the chat, guys, if that is making sense. We are the creators in our life. We need to own that. Nobody else has power over us except when we give it away. We lose our power when we give it away. Nobody can take it, guys. Nobody can take it except in very specific situation when it is life or death experience. Somebody puts a gun in my head and says, do this or I'll kill you. I still have power, but I might give it away in that case because of life or death, guys. But except a situation like that, if I'm giving the power away, it has to do with me, and I need to learn how to stop giving my power away, guys. Because it's the only way I'm going to be able to truly change my life. If I'm thinking that other people have power over me, forget it, guys. You're not going to be able to change your behaviors. You're not going to be able to change your emotions. You're not going to be able to change your beliefs because you're expecting somebody else to come and do that for you. And you know what, guys? It ain't going to happen because you guys have to do it. It's your work. Again, I'm going to say it again, guys. I'm not saying it's easy. Not at all. I'm trying to say this in the most loving way. It's not easy at all. Is it possible? Yes, it is. You have the power in your life. You have the power to feel and think the way you want. But for that, you got to be able to identify the limiting, negative, and false beliefs that are in the back of your head, in the subconscious mind, that you might not be aware of. This is exactly the work that I do, exploring the subconscious mind, finding those, first working on understanding the behaviors, from there finding the emotions behind the behaviors, the emotions leading to the beliefs, and from there start rewiring, reprogramming, healing yourself so you can start changing the beliefs that are going to trigger new emotions, that are going to trigger new behaviors. It is work, guys. It's not easy, but that's how you can take control of your life. If I wouldn't have these tools, I might have ended in a fist fight with this guy, right? And it wouldn't have ended well for me or for him. It doesn't matter. I'm not saying I was going to beat him up. I don't know. Maybe he knew, martial arts, and he would have beat the crap out of me, right? And I would have ended maybe, I don't know, with a broken nose, broken ribs or something in the hospital on my vacations. Would that be good for me? No. I would have ended up, talking about my neighbor, getting into war with a neighbor that was useless just because she required me to give her an explanation of what I was doing on my side of the house. It was useless, guys. The same applies for our kids, for a friend, for family members. Try to understand better what is really going on. How do I feel? Why do I feel this? And how does this make me feel about myself? Those are the three most important questions, guys, that you got to keep asking yourself and exploring to really understand what is going on in your mind, why are you reacting, and what needs to be worked on. Okay, so let me know, guys, with a 10 in the chat. Let's go with a 10 now. Send a 10 in the chat if this is making sense, if this exercise that we just did helped you guys understand a bit more how to start accessing the mind and regaining your inner power, guys. Because at the end, it's all about that, guys. If I can understand that nobody else has power over my life, I can start making changes in my life. Again, it might not happen, overnight, but it is the idea to start working on that. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you're watching on Facebook, thank you very much. If you're watching on Zoom, I'm going to stay here on Zoom with a paid community. We're going to stay a little bit longer, do some Q&A and some laser coaching. So again, thank you very much again, guys. Let me know if you're watching, if you're liking this on social media. Take care and have a great week. Talk to you guys. Bye.